Oh, well, listen, I love listening to that. And there's also nothing more comforting and classic as a Cape Malay curry. And we have invited a very special guest this morning. Founder of Kaapse Kos, Khadija Khan. She is here in studio and she's here to show us how to make an authentic way of preparing a Cape Malay chicken curry with yellow rice. I feel like if you're going to make a Cape Malay curry, it needs to be paired with yellow rice. Oh, I'm so excited to be in the kitchen with you.
I'm so happy to be here. It's a vibe in here.
It is a vibe.
It's like a New Year's Day. So we actually don't have the yellow rice with the curry. It's an Indian sort of introduction, if you can call it that, and North African people, but some people like it. Okay. So might as well. We normally just have roti or white rice or something. Okay. But let's go. So we're going to take a little cooking oil, say 3 tablespoons, because we're cooking for about 6 to 8 people.
Okay.
Right?
Now, are you one of those chefs that jy kook uit jou kop uit?
Oh my goodness. I tell you, eyeballing, it was so difficult to write down the recipe because I'm so used to a handful of this and a pinch of that. Oh, it's one of those things.
So this is exactly why I'm very excited for this recipe, because my mom's one of those cooks, and we grew up eating stews and curries, and it's amazing, and I loved it. So when I was getting ready to leave home, I was like, can you teach me how to make one of your favorite stews? And she was like, oh, it's very difficult because I just guess, I just throw in, I just go with taste.
I tell you, it is something. It is that eyeballing is something else. We just grew up in that era. So we've got about 2 big, large onions, and the oil is nice and hot. And I just added the stick cinnamon, 2 or 3 of them. And then your cardamom, you just bruise before you put it in. Just to get the seeds out, and that adds to the flavor.
And then when the curry is done, do you fish that out, the cardamom and the cinnamon sticks?
I won't. I can bite out of it.
You just let the guests enjoy a little, got something, we'll just put it on this side of the
hate it.
Oh, it just reminds me of home.
I know, and some people get you can use the fine one as well, you know, the powder, but this is better. The whole spice is always better. And then I put curry leaves. So the traditional, they never used curry leaves back in the day, but you know, you always twist and you change things up a bit to make it more sort of modern, if you can call it that.
I can clear that for you.
So now with the spoon. Okay.
And then can I go ahead and grate this tomato for you?
Yeah, that's for the, let's just wait till this onions get golden brown. And once the spices, you can smell the flavors coming through. And then what I always do is, okay, you've washed, and sometimes I take the skin off, but that's a personal choice. But what I like to do is add the garlic and ginger when I add whether it's mince or steak or whatever you're cooking, add it with the meat. It just somehow brings out the flavor.
Okay.
So we're first going to add the spices.
Do you find that when you make a curry or any stew, you have those base spices that you love to build off?
Good question. All the spices for all the curries are basic. That's what I've learned. So you've got your turmeric, your coriander, your cumin, and your masala. Either a red masala or a leaf masala, or you can use chili powder, or a roast masala, the ones that they have in the boxes and stuff. So you can use, that's the base, and then you can change it up. Like if you do meat, you cook, you take barishap or fennel, they call it as well, because that's a sweet spice. So you can add that if you cook meat.
Oh,
all right? So let's add the spices. So this is about a half a teaspoon of turmeric.
Well, we've got the whole recipe for you, so you can simply head on over to our website, expressoshow.com. If you're loving what Khadija is doing and you're also worrying, oh, I need to write down every ingredient, we've got this recipe mapped out for you. It's available on our website, expressoshow.com. Look at all those spices. I'm loving the fragrance coming through.
So this is the coriander, or coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah, and cumin, jeera, and the, now we're going to put the chicken.
Oh.
And then the, what was the other spice? Oh, we obviously wash our chicken first, and then we add our chicken pieces, and a little bit of water.
And then when it comes to rice, I still feel like I'm one of those individuals that can easily burn rice. Do you pop it in some water and then do you apply that whole steaming routine, or do you just know how to get the ratios and quantities?
So you put it in the pot and you cover it with double the amount of, like if you have a cup of rice, 2 cups of water, and then you just wait till the water absorbs. But you have to feel that one grain of rice. So I've got the garlic and the ginger. And then from there, I rinse it before. So then you just strain it, and you can either put it in a strainer and steam it, or you can just leave it in the pot.
Okay.
But then you have to watch it, but I like to add a bit of butter.
A little bit of butter.
Butter makes everything better.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Khadija, this is one of those recipes I feel like we need the whole show to do and prepare. And it's smelling so good. But if you had to quickly talk me through these steps to just finish off our delicious curry on a visual aspect, you would then add your butter. Would you add a little bit of... Do you add the butter to the curry?
No,
to your rice.
About the rice, yes.
To the rice, okay.
Yes.
So you add a little bit of butter to the rice.
But you first add your 6 cinnamon, your cardamom, and that's for color. But and a pinch of pepper. You know, with turmeric, you always add your pinch of pepper for the absorption, helps absorption. And then the butter, the coconut, and the sugar goes after.
Okay.
So that's sugar is to taste, sort of.
Okay.
You know, not too sweet or anything. And obviously the salt. So I do a level teaspoon per cup, but it's also, like you say, to taste. So for the chicken, just to finish it off, the garlic and ginger went in. I add my potatoes just about 10 minutes after the chicken is cooked through.
And then
because it cooks quickly.
Yeah.
You don't want the chicken to fall off the bone.
Oh,
so that's
Khadija, I can stand in this kitchen all day with you and learn all the tricks of the trade. We are running out of time, but that looks incredible.
Absolutely.
Of course, if you want to get your hands on this delicious Cape Malay chicken curry that Khadija just showed us how to make, you can head on over to our website. That's expressoshow.com.